Hello, have you ever eaten some rabbit meat? If you haven't, today I'm going to give you the experience. My name is Charlie and I live on the city from Monday to Friday. Then during the weekend, I come to the village. Today is on a Saturday, so I'm in the village. And it happens that we had two rabbits sometimes back, a male and a female. Then they got three children. What do we call rabbit children? I can't remember, but they had three children. And then after some time, they had another three. So the population is becoming too much. We usually keep them for meat, but we don't like having more than five at the same time. So right now, what we have to do is that we have to start eating them, but the children are still small. So today we are going to slaughter the male because the male has been with the female for the last 1 week, I guess. So probably the female is pregnant again, and they were together because of we don't have a lot of space for them. So technically we would have put them separately, but now they were together for the last 1 week. So I can highly guess that the female is pregnant again. So what we are going to do is that we are going to slaughter the male today, and then we can remain with the mother, who will probably give birth in a few weeks, and then the other 6 rabbits. Here we are in the village. Don't talk about vegetarian or those kind of things here. Everybody here that I know of takes meat, and we live in a very symbiotic way, or maybe we live with nature. It's a part of cycle. So for the rabbits, we keep them, we feed them, we give them food, they give us manure. The manure from rabbits is used in the farm, and also the pee from the rabbits is very good actually when used in the farm. So we give them food, they give us that, and then after some time we also use them for meat. So we don't have to buy meat a lot. Most of the time we just eat the hens, the chicken, and the rabbits. But maybe once in a while you can go and buy some beef just for the change. So without much ado, okay, let me first show you the rabbits, and then we can go and take care of the rest. So this is where we have the rabbits and the chicken. We are doing some renovations and building a different house that is bigger and better for them, but for now we just have to do with what we have. And so the mother and the small children, so this is the mother and the father, and then we have the 3 recent children, yeah, and then the other 3 medium-aged children are here. Very nice, very nice. But they are so cute, especially this one. It's so fluffy, so fluffy. So we have those 3 staying upstairs, if I may call it so, and then downstairs, because of space, we have the other smaller 3 children, the mother and the father. So we are going to take the father, take care of him, and then we can leave the mother in these 3. But by the time the mother gives birth to the new ones, we will have done the renovations, or maybe built a bigger one, a bigger house for them, so that we can separate these 3 from the mother and the newborns that she will have at that time. So I'm just about done with the slaughtering the rabbit, but unfortunately I couldn't show you the process. For those who don't know, it's very tricky when you show blood or you show slaughtering on YouTube. So now I'm getting the fire ready to cook the rabbit. In the meantime, I'll go and cut the rabbit into pieces. By now it's well dried up. This is a Jiko. It uses I don't want it seems to be following me. So this is a Jiko. It uses charcoal to cook. There are different ways to lit the charcoal, and the simplest is by using something like paraffin, or if you have firewood, if you have the firewood fire, you can just take hot charcoal from there, come mix with this one, and it will lit very easily. But now I wanted to show you one of the other methods that you can use. So the fire is getting ready. Now I want to wash the rabbit and cut it down into smaller pieces. If you look closely, you can see some of the fur is still attached to the rabbit, so that's what I want to wash away, and then after that we can cook it. It is not clean. Let's go and cut it into smaller pieces. So the fire is doing well. So we are now done with cutting the rabbit into small parts. Some parts are quite big. I do like it when we have the big chunks of meat, but because I'll be sharing with some of my nephews, I did make sure that I cut some small pieces as well, so that they can be able to enjoy as well. So now let's head to the Jiko and do cook the rabbit. So now let's get started. We shall first let it cook with its own fat before we continue with the rest. In the meantime, I'll be cutting down the tomatoes and the onions on the side. So we just added a little tiny amount of water, just like up to that point, just to make sure the meat does not stick to the cooking pan or sufuria. In the meantime, let's start cutting the onions and the tomatoes. My friends are back. Now we shall wait for some minutes for the rabbit to continue cooking, and then after that we can now fry it with some oil, some onions and some tomatoes. We don't really use that much of spices here in the village, and like in the town, if This looks better now, so I'm now going to start the frying process. I still want to cook with the same sufuria, so I'm going to transfer the meat from the sufuria to the dish, and then I can put oil, onions and the tomatoes, and then once those are good to go, I'll add the meat back. So now we are going to give it some more time, and we're not going to add any water for now. We just want it to cook with the, actually we are not going to add any water at all. It's going to just cook with the tomatoes. You know, the tomato has some kind of a paste, yeah, so it's going to cook with that. This is not an oven whereby you can set a temperature and time, so you just have to do some guesswork, and maybe after some time you can taste to see how soft it is. You don't want to undercook it, and at the same time you don't want to overcook it.